Exercise question 4.17. A stone tied to the end of a string 80 centimeter long is whirled in a horizontal circle with a constant speed. If the stone makes 14 revolutions in 25 seconds, what is the magnitude and direction of the acceleration of the stone? So a stone is tied to the end of a string 80 centimeter. That means if the string is 80 centimeter length, that means the string which is whirled, the stone which is whirled here in the horizontal plane will make a circular path like this way, and the radius of that circular path will be 80 centimeter. Okay. So this is a type of uniform circular motion, or you can say simply in this motion the acceleration is uniformly accelerated motion it is. Okay, you can say that. So the radius we will consider 80 centimeter, and if we change this into 0.8 meter here, means if we change it into meter, so it is 0.8 meter here. Okay, now you will see that the this is frequency, as it is given 14 revolution in 25 seconds. So we can say that how many revolution would be there in 1 second. So to calculate this, we will divide 14 upon 25. So it will come the number of revolution in 1 second, and that will be equal to frequency nu here. So 14 upon 25, and we know very well this is equal to per second. The unit is per second here. So whatever the value will come, it will come in per second. Okay. And now we will calculate angular frequency. Angular frequency, or you can say angular velocity, and it is equal to 2 pi nu. Here it is 2, pi is 22 upon 7, and nu is 14 upon 25. If we calculate, it will come 88 upon 25, and we know that now it is the angular frequency has changed in radian per second. Okay, that means this frequency we have converted into the angular frequency, and the unit is now radian per second. We know that the centripetal acceleration AC is equal to omega square r, and if it is omega square r, we know the value of omega square, which is 88 upon 25. The whole square we will write now in place of omega square, and r already we know that is 0.8 meter. So it will come 9.90 meter per second square. So what we can say in this case? We can say in this case the centripetal acceleration is 9.90 meter per second square, and we already know that the direction of centripetal acceleration is always along the string directed toward the center of the circular path. Okay, so this is about the exercise question 4.17. Exercise question 4.18, given in page number 87. An aircraft executes a horizontal loop of radius 1 kilometer with a steady speed of 900 km per hour. Compare its centripetal acceleration with the acceleration due to gravity. Here it is given the aircraft executes a horizontal loop. Horizontal loop means it is moving in the circle this way, and that circle is a horizontal circle. In a horizontal plane it is. The radius is given that 1 kilometer here. Okay, so r is equal to 1 kilometer, that is equal to 1000 meter, and the speed, constant speed is given, that is 900 km per hour. We'll change this into meter per second, so it will come 250 meter per second. Here we have changed it. Now the centripetal acceleration, we know that it is equal to AC. This is equal to V square upon R, and V is 250 the whole square, R is 1000. Okay, now if we compare this acceleration with the acceleration due to gravity, here we'll see that AC upon G, AC is the 250 the whole square upon 1000, and G, for the simplification I have taken here 10 meter per second square, we can take it 9.8 meter per second square, then also no problem. Little bit change is there in the final result, that means in the decimal only, so I have taken here 10. So if you calculate it, it will come 6.25. That means the centripetal acceleration and the ratio of the centripetal acceleration and the acceleration due to gravity will be equal to 6.25 here.